All right. Hello. Let's turn that up just a little bit. There we go. It is Safari Week. That means it's time to grind for the next 9 days. I don't know if there's no way I'm going to stream all 9 days. I like to think I might, but I'm also moving next week. So, I'm not going to stream all the time, especially next weekend, because that's when we actually move. Shouldn't be too bad though. Got a nice couple of hunts set up, so at least something to grind on and off stream just over the next little bit, just to see what happens. I actually set up on a couple different generations for this Safari Week too. I say that as I'm totally not in the right place in one of the games, but it's I think it's cool. I think this is one of my big goals this year when I started to make some videos and attempts to stream more was to be a part of Safari Week and to do some stuff with it. So Safari Week is here, and if I didn't do this one, I knew that I'd be pretty upset. So really excited to get going with everything and to really just start hunting some Pokemon. So what we'll do is we'll get this last game set up and we'll be good to go. So as you can see, I have done -6 encounters. That is not the case. We should be at 0. But we have a DS set up and a couple of Game Boy games. So I'm gonna be hunting in Platinum, in the Great Marsh, just anything, walking around, doing whatever. And then in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I would like to just try to find something. I think the ultimate goal is Tauros, but really we're just trying to get as many encounters as possible. I say that my goal is Tauros, and I don't even remember what the best zone is for Tauros. So we're gonna do a little bit of experimenting, a little bit of looking up everything. So shouldn't be too bad. See if I can find. There we go. See if I can find all the zones and where they're gonna be at. I also just need like a map of the safari. Go. That does not tell me which ones they are. I am not prepared at all. I think we'll just do some encounters in the first couple areas for now. See what happens. I need to try to find the Gen 3 encounters here. Here we go. Okay. Not gonna do the center. We will not go east. Maybe we go north. We're going west. Okay. So like the ultimate goal is Tauros, and as much as I'd love to try to see how many chances we see, I am gonna head over to the Tauros portion of the Safari Zone. I need to go. Let's see if I can navigate doing this in 2 games. Let's see what happens. Hey, balls. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it, dog. Hope your games have been going well. I'm excited for the move. Even though I'm not anywhere close to as packed as I should be. But we packed up 2 of our bookshelves. Wait. Works out? Does not work out. I need a Pokemon in the top game. Haha. Let me just click this town map a bunch on the bottom game while I get a Pokemon. Yeah, I'm just gonna resort to a bunch of trash bags for clothes. And most of my stuff is like, I'm relatively organized, so with the exception of like the shelf behind me and the TV stand, pretty much everything's already put up. So I might just take them in the container that they're in, just like tape it closed or something. I need someone to use Surf. That's what the Slowpoke's for. Yes. So, cool thing about this top game, that's, oh geez. This is my Kanto Living Dex. The only thing I'm missing is the Mewtwo that I'm currently soft resetting for. So I'm taking a break to go to the Safari Zone. Yeah. How many steps is that? Now I gotta try to line these games back up to do it. It's really weird trying to navigate two games. I do have these physical cartridges for the games. I'm just currently playing them. I only have one Game Boy operator. Oh, what happened? One lagged. Go. So I'm playing them on an emulator. Why does it keep doing that? One lags. There. But these are the two copies I'm technically hunting on, and I just have the one operator. So I've just pulled the games down, saved them, and I'm emulating these. But I plan to hopefully one day get either enough Game Boy operators or enough DSs that I can run this kind of stuff all at the same time. Save these to. Thought I changed the hex speed on that bottom one. That's gonna be kind of annoying. See if I can do it. And not gonna be a way to do this, is there? No. Oh. Maybe I can. Nah, it'll be fine. Okay. Save the game over here. And it is time to start encountering some stuff. Oh, what happened to my overlay? We'll do that. Okay. That way it's not all like wonky and stretched. Okay. Now it is officially time to start encountering some Pokemans. After I pay fees. So, full disclosure, in these Game Boy copies, I nugget glitch at the beginning when I start them. I sit there for hours and just repeatedly lose to the Rocket Grunt. To get just unlimited nuggets, and then I sell them all at the end. Okay. Now for full menu there. Let's see if we can't get over to where Tauros will actually spawn, so that we give ourselves the best chance. To encounter this homie. Can you tell which game that I played to get all the Pokemon? All right. Now, I have no idea what's in each area. So we're just going to pick a random one. We'll go to area 3 because I have 3 games open. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully we can just get some encounters. I know I think I have a white flute. And at least platinum. So I'll for sure be using that. I did not get Illuminate Pokemon as much as I wanted to. Well, let me use it. This platinum is also one that I'm trying to do a living dex on. Okay, and this white flute should last the whole time. And now we just keep doing that, and we run from them. Until hopefully we see shiny. Wow, already seen a Tauros. It's a 4% over here. So maybe there's a... Because it's the target, I wanted to give it the most chances to spawn. So there is a chance for Kangaskhan. So that could be cool. Everything should show caught on the top game too. Almost nothing's going to be caught on this leaf green. It was a playthrough as fast as I can just for exclusives. For the living dex. I am at 9 encounters now. I'm not even sure what I would want from Platinum. I just think it was a cool game to hop in the Great Marsh. I feel like I don't spend a lot of time in here because it's just tedious. Double Moth. Minomoth would be a really cool shiny to get. Hopefully we can we are gonna this is gonna be a long one. That's crazy that those guys encountered on the same tile after my biggest struggle is just worrying about missing a shiny and not counting my encounters. Because I feel like, I don't know, it's hard to focus unless a lot of things are going on for me, but it's also low-key kind of hard for me to multitask. So we'll see what we can do. And I just hope I don't miss a shiny. Wonder how often these will get encounters in like the same tile. That'll be really cool. Start a second counter for that. I don't know if I could set up a second counter. I mean, I could. It'd be really to figure out keybinds and text documents and all kinds of stuff. Like it feels so hard to get encounters in the Great Marsh. Oh, Nidoran would be a really cool shiny. I don't even care if like I miss. I mean, I do care if I fail a shiny, but I think it would be pretty cool to just see a shiny. That's my goal. Is to see a shiny for Safari Week. And then that gives me like lore for future Safari Weeks. Having to reclaim stuff. I do plan to really like start just doing stuff more. I'm working, I'm editing a video that I'm almost done with. I just have to get some B-roll actually, and then it'll be good to go. That means Tangle is the binocular Pokemon here. Alright, this is a National Dex copy of Platinum. But I did not check the binoculars before coming down. I should have. And I will next time. A lot easier to do on the DS. Keep forgetting to hit my encounter button though. I need like another place to, because reaching up to my keyboard, I have like my controller and DS in the way. Always feels a little awkward. And then even though I have like unlimited money, I think I will just soft reset when leaving the Safari Zone when like I run out. That way I can kind of keep everything kind of close. What do I have registered? Probably the Versus Seeker. I'd be grinding in this platinum copy. If I do get a shiny, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the game. I think for each of these games, everything's just going to stay in them. Oh, don't catch. It doesn't matter if I catch it. I don't have to go through the... Oh. I don't think I could do any more than like on a not soft reset hunt. There's no way I could do more than 4 games. I don't think I have it in me. I'm only controlling 2 controllers right now. This is taking everything I got. Two controllers and a keyboard to try to keep the counter up. Getting weird. Oh, let's okay. All right, there we go. Okay. I'm also streaming in multiple places for the first time. I know it's been kind of been a lot of discourse. I don't know. It's been happening a lot lately. People multi-streaming and stuff like that. So I figured might as well give it a shot. I got a YouTube channel that I'm trying to work on too. So figure it doesn't hurt. And then like the VODs are there. I'm still recording this, so I'm not sure. I do have a VOD channel where I keep all my stuff. It's more of like an archive for me than it is anything else. But it's still cool to upload those to it. And so I don't really have to do much work for them either, especially since I do the recordings. I just pretty much upload it as is. Ooh, a Skorupi would be really cool shiny to get. There. Number centered. did there. Something happened. There we go. Get back over here so my cursor isn't somewhere weird. Yeah. I really hope to do a decent Safari Zone video or Safari Week video. So I definitely need to stream for multiple days to have footage to kind of talk about everything. Hopefully something happens. I mean, I am moving and stuff. There's stuff going on in life that I could talk about too. I think it's as much as it is a pain to have to move this week, I think it's also a cool thing to kind of incorporate into everything. And I hope to get some, like, even if it's just phone pointing at some screens footage over the next little bit to keep the encounters going. Nice. Oh. Wonder how often I'm going to throw a ball at something. No Pokemon would ever stick around for a full 30 balls, but it'd be like, it would hurt to find a shiny on the game that I threw a couple balls on and then I run out. That'd be awful. I'd throw up, I think, truthfully. Just hurl. Honestly, it's just, I mean, not to keep talking about puke, but hurl is such a funny way to say that. Like, where does that come from? Straight up hurl. I need to set up and do a Ruby starter hunt. Want to get that shiny Trico. Gotta do some more research on the RNG for the Gen 3 games, though. Fairly certain it's just Emerald that has the RNG issues. Now that I say it out loud, for sure it's just Emerald. But I got a nice copy of Ruby that I want to... And it's like low-key childhood copy Ruby. I just played Fire and Leaf Green as an actual kid, and then moved into the Pearl. But Ruby I got shortly after. I'd say Gen 4 was still going on when I eventually got Ruby and played it. So it like still is childhood, but I got it a generation later and I still have that copy. I just need to replace the battery in it, and I want to get better at soldering before I replace the battery, because I don't want to destroy that. And I say get better at it, but like I put the capture card in my DS, so I know that I can do it. It just gets kind of touchy, like with the batteries, making sure all the connections are there. And there's not like, you have to take the solder off, so there's not like little solder pads that are nice and easy there for you, like there are on like the motherboard and stuff for the DS. I think I can. What am I at? Almost approaching 100 encounters. It's not too bad. A 3 is such an odd number to go up by, but it's just what I could work with. I only actually had Emerald up to Safari Zone in terms of Hoenn Gen 3 games, and I just didn't have enough time to get everything else played up. Oh, but I do have a couple like ideas and stuff coming for Ruby after that starter hunt. Oh, cool, Venonat. I think I have room in the party, so I don't have to go through a whole bunch. I've thrown the ball in the same game every time. I think it's moving a little bit faster than the one up top. It feels funny. All right, here we go. Just over 100 encounters. Nothing. Just little drop of water compared to what we're gonna be doing. Okay. I don't know what like. I'm trying to come up with like a target encounters for the week. Keep myself accountable. I think I'm definitely off the record gonna take at least a DS and probably a Game Boy into work week, and then just kind of doing encounters in between stuff. I think I'll mostly stream at the end of the day like this. Probably a little bit sooner. Since I'm moving, I'm going through a bunch of stuff to sell, and I've been selling some stuff online. So I took like 3 different trips to the post office today, and then the UPS store. So I think I actually have one more drop off in the morning of some stuff. So it's been moving. Definitely helps with some of the moving costs and stuff. Everything that comes with that. Got a nice little townhome, just upgrading size really. Going from a 2-bedroom to 3. A little more space. Actually have an upstairs and a downstairs at the new place. Don't have to worry about upstairs neighbors. And oh my goodness, we just got like new upstairs neighbors here, and they have like an army of small children that just will not stop bump all the time. I think Bella, she thinks she like heard a kid like break something the other day. She said she heard a thud, screaming, followed by adult footsteps running to where the thud was. So kind of insane. She said that they all disappeared. So maybe it was an ER trip, but since then we've heard a lot of thumps. So everything seems to be fine upstairs. She said if it would have if the kid would have continued to scream without like her hearing adult footsteps, she was gonna go upstairs. But things seem to been taken care of. There's lots of thumps. We'll just have side neighbors, like share a wall with on either side of the building with some people. So it's not the worst thing. I think it's a little bit better than having upstairs neighbors or having to worry about people below us. But I'd be thumping too. There. The end was nice. They already have a second one though for the evolution. I've caught most of the things I need to catch in this platinum copy. There's just a lot of evolutions I need to do. And I need to do honey trees. I have not gotten a single Pokemon from a honey tree in that copy platinum. The second Tauros. Not too bad there. Threw a ball on the bottom one again. See if I catch an egg this time. No. Nothing's fled from me so far. I know as soon as it sparkles, then they're gonna flee from me. I know that there were like all the tables and stuff for like when to bait, when to throw balls, stuff like that. But I tried it like really specifically for Chansey, actually in this Fire Red copy. It took me forever to get one. And like I was low-key trying to get a lucky egg too to make grinding a little bit easier. And the tables just, it felt like it felt like just throwing a ball. was almost always the best way to just do to get those stuff. I think I ended up getting a couple chances too. Don't think I ever got the lucky egg. That's just a grind to get in this game. I watched a pretty cool video not too long ago of someone trying to get the, I think it's the Dragon Claw Dragonair in Fire Red Safari Zone. And that was insane. It took them like 2 people, thousands of encounters a day, all they did all day. Really cool, but the commitment to that is insane. Oh, now I'm just throwing fireballs at everything. Okay, we're good. I think a shiny B-Barrel or Bidoof would be cool too. I don't have many shinies from old generations, truthfully. Just got a couple here or there. Oh, the craziest one that happened was on my Sapphire Professor Oak that I'm doing. In the background. I was just running back to the Pokemon Center to heal up, to restore all my moves and stuff. First patch of grass I hit, bam, shiny Nincada. It was insane. I wasn't recording at the time because like, oh, I'm just running back to the Pokemon Center, not really doing encounters. And of course it was there. So I was already playing on my pocket. So I was able to just flip the recording on as soon as I saw it. But it was insane. I don't know if they heard me talk about thumping, but I just heard a lot of thumping upstairs. Like someone's stomping. Really weird thing. Bella's doing a first watch through of Naruto, so I've been watching with her in the evenings, and like war arc stuff going on, whole bunch of things happening, and just randomly in literally the middle of a battle, in the war, it just inserts random episode about Sakura. And it took me a second, like, what is going on right now? Like, this doesn't make any sense with what's going on. What is this? And it was just an episode just randomly thrown in the anime to promote a movie that had come out at the time. It was the Road to Ninja movie. And it was just a Road to Sakura episode. And it had nothing to do with anything except for the movie. So now I think Bella and I are going to watch that movie this weekend to get context for that episode. Cool episode. And it's kind of cool to like see the other side of it, because the premise of that movie is that, just very briefly, no, not spoilery, Naruto and Sakura get sent to alternate timeline basically, and they have to, the Sakura and Naruto from that timeline have to go somewhere, so they just switch places. So it's like the Sakura remembering things but slightly different, and they're trying to like, they just think she has amnesia, so it's pretty cool to go through it and essentially see the other side of what's going on in that movie, just kind of backwards. And it was marketing to get people to watch the movie, and it worked. I'm gonna go watch that movie now. I think I've seen it before though. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I think my favorite Naruto movie growing up was Bonds. I feel like that's low-key a cop-out answer, but it's just a good movie. Another Tauros. Not too bad in seeing the actual Tauros. Just need to see him green. I think Nidorino is like low key kind of an underrated shiny. I like that he turns blue. It's kind of a color swap, but not like a full color swap between the two, because it's just definitely more of like a vibrant blue. Another cool one to see. Definitely gonna stream earlier tomorrow so that I can not be as tired. Today's just a busy day. I don't think I've streamed since I got the Switch 2. I need to go back and do my Violet Living Dex now that I can see just more Pokemon and it looks a lot better. I was able to get the Switch 2. Shouts out Kenton for standing in line with me and getting smoked by some random Mario Kart dude at GameStop. Dude sucked. I've never seen a tryhard at Mario Kart in real life until that day. Made it to the final four. Man getting both. That dude, he showed up in a Mario Kart shirt and was like, "Yeah, I have thousands of hours into this game." And it was trying to flex on people about Mario Kart. I mean, he won. Not good vibes. Like, be humble about it or something, man. Just was like sitting there like coaching people low key, but like condescending. It was awful. Then the dude was talking about like his family, wife and kids and stuff. Yeah, exactly. And then was flirting with the girl. He's like was telling stories about his family and how they play Mario Kart together all the time. And then like gave his prize to this girl because I played so much Mario Kart. I don't know. Bad vibes overall from the dude. There's some good vibes dudes though. Pretty chill people in the GameStop. Bunch of nerds. But was right at home. Watched the guy just rip buying a Pikachu edition Game Boy Color that they just had in the GameStop. Kind of funny to see. Yeah, the guy with the bun was he was a cool dude. I don't think I can say that word anymore though. No, I think it was just a ponytail. But yeah, definitely long hair. Oh no, he low key had like a thing going on too. Like, cause his wife was back at home, but that lady that was with him, it was like I low key thought they were together. And like other people there were thinking the same thing because they were talking about it. So I don't know, man. I was just there playing my little Pokemans on my little Game Boy, waiting for my Switch. I think I've enjoyed the new Mario Kart so far. I need to play it some more, but I haven't done like almost any. Yeah, it was something. He was pretty chill, but I haven't done like any of the open world stuff. Yeah. She left, and that's when people said it, and he was like, "Oh no, that's not my wife. She's at home." Oh no, I got ding donged. We just won't count that Venomoth encounter. Why was it that? Yeah. Soft reset. Get everything rolling again. You know, actually, what Pokemon Dex entry is this? Within its beak, its eternal gas ignites, explosively launching seeds with enough power to pulverize boulders. Okay, that one's Toucannon. Like, fairly sure. Because the only reason I remember that is from the anime. Because Ash's Rowlet. Because, like, the thingy with the Everstone, so, like, it doesn't evolve because Ash's Pokemon never evolve. But it, like, buoys the Everstone at people. For Seed Bomb. No, I know my Pokédex is 153. And that's because I have some other Gen Pokemon. Like I have the Scizor, and then I have a Smoochum and a Raikou. And there's one more that I can't remember. But it was just some random Gen 2 Pokemon that I found. Actually, the ads are getting pretty close to running again. So while I get back to the spots I'm gonna run these real quick. So we can get back to where we need to be. So be right back. Oh, right. Right when I ran the ads. I don't know if you can hear me, but thank you so much. I'm gonna type to them just in case. Oh, thank you. Hey, wait, no, not thank you. I'm not mean. I did it to stop pre-roll. It was to try to save people. Oh no, oh no. I feel so bad. Oh, Slowpoke. Well, if I hit one more Pokemon, not in the group, I can count the encounter. Go to Area 4 this time. Don't. Okay. Yeah, we'll go over here. Let's hit one more. That makes up for the one I missed. Oh no, I missed. Now this one doesn't count. Okay, I cannot multitask for anything. Okay. There we go. Back on track. Ugh. Oh no, did that? Okay, it did. Now I'm typing in my chat again. Hitting the plus button for my encounters. It's really funny because, like, yes, it's the plus button, but it's also the equal sign. So it feels weird when I just start hitting equals a bunch. It wasn't bad. Almost 200 encounters before I had to reset the games. And I'm sure I missed a couple. All right. Crispy Bacon, I don't know if you're still here, but that was crazy timing. I hit the ads button when I was going to set these back up, and just to stop the pre-roll from happening again, and you typed. It was crazy timing. Oh, hi, but I don't know if I can talk about that. I feel like a bunch of people just got banned for that. But hello. But on the other one. Yeah, it was Nutty, the guy that makes all the plugins and stuff. Went through a whole thing. I think he was talking about going live on another platform at the same time and like encouraging stuff. Well, it was like I think it was encouraging subs or something on another platform. And like he thinks that's why he got banned. Like they just randomly started cracking down on people again. Makes no sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. I think that's, or maybe it was because he had him on screen. Oh, I threw a ball to both of them at the time. It was something. He wasn't entirely sure, and they didn't really tell him. But it was kind of insane. Especially because seeing so many people multi-stream. Even more so. Yeah, I think that's why he was so confused. Probably wasn't probably, but I think there was some speculation that it was targeted because of all the tools that he makes and stuff too for it all. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with my live tab and stuff on YouTube. True. There's one bug in this house. It will not get away. I'm not even stinky. I showered not too long ago. By that I mean like a couple hours. Like I needed to clarify that. My hair gets, I don't know, it doesn't sit right if I don't at least put water in it. It's the same Gannett from this morning, yes. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I low-key mainly used it as a segue to tell the story because I saw it on Twitter the other day. I miss watch partying. One time, actually, I streamed a whole movie to East's lobby because I wanted to stream it for some reason. I really wanted to do the watch party with Amazon Prime. So me and Q partnered for an RA event, and he sat downstairs and pulled my Twitch stream up on the TV, and I streamed the movie on Twitch in my room, and we counted it as an RA event for both of us. We are legitimately the reason that RAs at that school can't do events together anymore for community builders. We did every single one together. But like, to be fair, they had the most turnout. We had people from all the floors, not even just ours. I think that's the best way to build a community, right? You're not just seeing the same people every time that you live next to, that you see in the bathroom anyways. You're seeing people from all over the building. I don't know. I can't remember what the movie was. I don't know if it was a scary movie or what. Yeah, we used to throw on kitten streams in the lobby, count those as community builders sometimes. Get like 3 of our residents to stop by and say hi. We counted it. Wasn't a bad RA, but I wasn't like a super trooper. Yeah, nope. Lot of stuff like that'll happen. Community showers are low-key just a crazy idea. And like, yeah, sure, they kind of have stalls, but they're like halfway up anyways, and there's just little bitty curtains. Have fun. Be safe. Be safe, even? Disconnect. Will not stay away from me. We got an email one time about people privately browsing the internet for a release. We legitimately got an email my freshman year, like, hey, if you're gonna do that, let's maybe put on headphones and be a little more courteous of those around. It was just nasty. And we all knew who it was too. He was like low-key a good dude, but just would listen to it out loud in the stall. And you'd hear it. No, I just won't say anymore. But yeah. No, after I saw Maniac talk about it on like a podcast one time. He's like, yeah, I just play rap music really loud, and if they tell me to turn it down, I just ask them if they'd rather hear me pooping, and that would usually stop people. And then I started doing that, and that happened to me at work. Kind of funny. And I knew the person in the other stall, so it wasn't just a random guy, but funny stuff. Good times. Pro gun could be a really cool one to get. College is really a wild place when you think about it. Like, hey, let's put this group of 18 to 22-year-olds just in basically a small town together and just let them do what they want to do. Kind of crazy. Yeah, no, that's a solid one. A lot of people forget about it. One time I'm fat, right? And we had conditioning for tennis, and we all went to a team breakfast after that. And one time I had to run through like the little cafe area that has the doors that lead out to the bookstore and where those bathrooms are that say fire exit alarm will sound. Ran right through them to make it to the bathroom to throw up after tennis practice one time. Alarm didn't sound, but I didn't really care. Ran faster to the bathroom than I did when I was actually conditioning. Need to go to the gym. At 7? Yeah, the one by 12. Bro just threw a random number out there. What's a number? 7? Nah, it's 12 because you can go at 12 or 12. And then they changed the hours because people would steal stuff. I also know who would steal a bunch of stuff. Nah, 7's there too. It was nice when it was 24/7 back in the day though. Because it was, yeah, yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yep. I don't snitch. I don't think I ever took anything on purpose. Maybe like a random, oh, didn't scan, they don't have it in the system kind of thing. But I feel like that's their fault if it's in the machine and they don't have it in the system. Oh, I spent so much money there too. For all my like flex dollars, and then real money went to. It's just convenience. They kept the Mountain Dew stocked. Speaking of college vending machines, I'm keeping those pork rinds, man. They keep putting new ones in there, and I'll cry the day that they stop putting pork rinds in the library vending machine. Because they're only like $1.25, and it's like a like checkout aisle size of like pork rinds, but they're not bad. Oh, the burgers were so good. Dude, before what was the name of that place? Before Crush was Crush, when it was actually called Wilbur's, they had like really good, they had like milkshakes that were even better than the ones that were there. They had like wings, burgers, chicken sandwiches. It was all so good. And then they renovated it before my sophomore year. Now I switched my meal plan swipes just so I could eat there more, and then they just completely changed the food. And then it still ended up being really good, luckily. But I was like, dang, man, that's the whole reason I switched. Oh my god, it was totally pink. Another risk of college food is just there's just days that you just get sick. Just happens. My freshman year roommate, Chance, they used to have a burger station at Heist, where all they did was make burgers, and every single day for dinner, he'd get a double cheeseburger. I watched the dude eat it for a whole year straight. I don't think I ever saw him eat anything else, unless it was like nugget day. But he was miserable, and I was like, dude, you only eat cheeseburgers. It was, to be fair, I was also mainly eating cheeseburgers. Like, my body is more accustomed to that. Fat. He's not. He's a little guy. And it just destroyed the guy. Yeah, ice cream machine was nice. I mean, I ended up getting ice cream with literally every meal, which probably wasn't good for me, but ice cream was. Have to go back just for the ices. Not doing too bad with encounters. Say we're about to have to do a reset though. Feels like. Will we get to? I can't remember how far we got. Is it 200 or 100? That's so mean. But like, I would do the same thing. Realize myself and then wait for the person that I'm sitting next to do it too. And they're like, oh, dude, I know. Not give them the heads up. All little neatos. holding my large DS stylus in my left hand and it feels so weird. But the cords and how my DS is to plug into the computers on the left side, and the controller just works better for the Game Boy games. Just is weird to try to use it. I have to use the white flute this time. It's not doing too bad. I have another DS that I want to put a capture card in. I also want to resell it. Right now it's blue, but I want to make it like lavender. Like that'll be a fun one. I also have another blue DS that I just need to replace one of the screens on. And it doesn't even need a full screen replacement. It just needs the digitizer, like the touchscreen part, which is super easy. I'm already taking it apart anyways. So I might just shell swap the one I have to change the screen on to put the capture card on, and then maybe leave the other one blue. Because I don't have white, gray, blue, and lavender, but only 2 of them will have capture cards. It'll be nice because then I can like dual hunt DS games. I think I for sure want to do like a starter hunt somewhere in the DS. Like the fast one is Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It'd be really cool to get Cyndaquil against the little homie down here. I think that'd be a cool one. And then play through that game as some sort of challenge. I don't know if I want to commit like a dream team challenge, but who knows. See how long it takes me to do this Professor Oak in the back. I'm recording a bunch of it. It's just something that I feel like would be wicked boring to stream. It's definitely like I'm watching a movie or something, like some videos while I do it. Like on your chest directly in front of you, or like on the ground, because she'd just be walking all over everything. Dude, I know. I definitely need to keep streaming more. And just, yeah, grind. I'm gonna keep grinding some Pokemon. I got a lot of stuff I want to do. I need to grind some Valorant though too, just to get like a better understanding of everything. What's above gold in that game? Where does it go? I want to hit above gold. Plat. I think that's a good goal. I just need to play it more to do that, obviously. I enjoy a lot of Pokemon now. Even like when I'm not streaming or recording it, I just be playing random Pokemon games and picking them up. Yes, that'll be good. I think that's the reason I've never really played Valorant, is I just haven't really played with anyone. And it's low-key, it feels like a tough game to play by myself, at least personally. Not too terribly bad at the game. I start to make the right plays sometimes, but need to play it slower. Just too cod brained to slow it down. Like jump peeking corners. Ooh, that's rare on leaf green, I think. Okay, I thought like stuff froze. But it was just me the whole time. These encounters keep figure out where the center of that little board was. And I'm just eyeballing it. Appreciate the lurk. Have fun. Have a good night. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I think the overall looking for Tauros. Obviously the hard one. Got a 4% on it, at least in this area. But really just I'm looking for sparkles. I'd be happy with anything. I've only had like 1 or 2 like truly full odds shinies. So I think this is a good leap into that. I've seen a handful of Tauros just running around. So they're that's crazy that we just mentioned that and he pops up right there. That'd have been epic if it were shiny, but I'll take just seeing it. I think I've seen oh yeah, Audit, those are all good. I think Wobbuffet would just be awesome Safari Week shiny to have. But no, the Oddish, I low-key really love Oddish, and that's why on the bottom right, the leaves coming off the little sign, it's just the top of Oddish. I took his hair and put it behind it to make that. That'd be a really cool one to have. Feels good just to be streaming it and being a part of it. I think is the fun part and the very cliche thing to say. Yeah, Calzone would be epic. I actually love using Vileplume in Kanto playthroughs. I feel like it's a really strong grass type Pokemon. Once you get it the right moves later on, but it's a really fun one to use. I think I'd also really low key like a Nidoran, which I feel like is a little more practical to at least see. I just love Gen 3 Shiny Nidoking. That'd be a fun one to get. And then I have the Platinum just because I had extra room on the screen, but only had 2 copies of the Game Boy games that I could do Safari. And I've been playing Platinum recently, so we'll go to the Great Marsh and just get a 3rd screen on there to try to encounter some stuff. Oh, that's sick. I have the only Hoenn game that I had at the Safari Zone was Emerald. So I was like, oh, I'll just wait. I have a copy of Ruby and Sapphire each, but Sapphire's locked up in a Professor Oak, and Ruby is getting ready to do a starter hunt. And I just felt that I'd leave those as they are, and hopefully get a spot where I can use them next year. Get one more encounter and then reset these. so I can keep my encounter numbers straight. Okay. Yeah, I was lucky to get Emerald a few years back. For Christmas, my dad hunted it down on eBay for me. Got a solid copy. Got a fresh battery in it, and then I actually have all of them are in English, so I have one of every game except for Soul Silver is the only game that I'm missing, and that's just a hard one to justify. I want to get it in box. Yeah, I'm missing Coliseum, but I got the XD GameCube I still have. It doesn't work. The eye got scratched, so it doesn't read discs. Would like to eventually fix that. And I have the copy of the game that came with it. It still works. But I have. Let's go to full cam here. This one. That's the original box from Heart Gold that I got when I was 11 years old. Whenever that came out, that's my original box. Would like to get Soul Silver with that box to match. But it's just expensive. Like to get it sooner rather than later because the price just keeps going up on those. But we'll see. Yeah, yep. I feel like it's one or the other because when it wasn't until the Gen 5 games that I like saved up money to get both because I realized that it's just easier to get the exclusives by myself sometimes. But so yeah, anything before that I had to like go back and get. Done a steady collecting since then, and have gone back and just gotten some of the stuff. Yeah. I had kind of a lull around Gen 7 where I didn't play as much, but I still got the games. I always made sure to get them. It was like a yearly thing. I feel like I just would go to GameStop, pre-order, and pick them up, and then play through them in a couple days, and then set them down. Really got back into it in college with Sword and Shield. Played quite a bit of Sword. Got back into VGC a little bit, and that's kind of what kicked everything back off. And then just went down the YouTube rabbit hole. There's people that I'd watched when I was younger, saw that they were still making videos, and was like, okay, it's time I want to make some videos too. I enjoyed Legends. It was so different, and it was just kind of fun because I don't know, it was very different. It was not traditional Pokemon, and I don't go back to it a lot, but I did enjoy it. So I'm excited to see how different ZA is from Arceus. That'd be really cool because it looks like they're going to be completely different, like focused on like the real-time battles and stuff. I think that's the reason I'm most excited about it, because as a kid watching the anime, I'm like, how come Ash can tell his Weasel to just dodge and it dodges, and I can't do that for my Pokemon? So that's going to be a cool part, being able to dodge. Yeah, that's Donkey Kong looks so cool. That direct really sold me on it. I was on the fence, hadn't ever really played a Donkey Kong game, and then that direct was like, okay, this game's gonna be cool. I'm gonna have to pick that one up to play. I was able to get the Switch too as well. I stood in line with my brother at GameStop. I stood in line for the pre-order and then went to a midnight release. It was just fun to be around. Yeah, yep. I need to play more Mario Kart. I haven't done like almost any of the free roam stuff. But I've done all the pre's and all the knockout tours. I haven't completed them all, um, but I've done quite a few. Also, I went back to play Zelda. That's what my time sink has been. Tears of the Kingdom. I never like officially finished it, so it was nice to go back with the improved frame rate, and like even like looking at the Zelda notes has been really cool, just to kind of hear some more like lore about it. That's been the game that I've been just losing time into. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is my girlfriend's actually playing Breath of the Wild again, and she got a Switch too as well. Um, so she's been playing so much of that, and then I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom kind of while I'll play it handheld, and she'll play it on the TV, and we'll just sit there and play Zelda for I think it was like a 5 hour session. Like last week, it was insane. I actually never played Wind Waker. I never had it as a kid, and it's one that I didn't go back and buy at any point. So I'm excited to play it. I just wanted to do Tears of the Kingdom first, and then I'm gonna go through and play it. That's really cool to replay it. That's back to back Tauros. That's got to be some kind of omen. On the same game too. I think my favorite Zelda is actually one of the 3DS ones, the Link Between Worlds. I thought it was really cool. I really like the style of it. And then Link to the Past was the first game I ever played, so it was kind of cool to see um, a lot of the like similar stuff going on. I just really enjoyed it. Um, but then I've spent so much time in like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, that those are up there for me too. Yes, more people need to talk about it. As soon as I get a 3DS capture card, I'm gonna do some sort of playthrough for it. I'm just gonna try my best to get the word out about it. It's such a fun game. It's just that classic Zelda formula. With the fun like painting twist. It was so cool to just hop against the wall. He does still make them. I just need to really just to send mine off, truthfully. I don't trust myself to put the 3DS one in, but I was able to do the DS one myself. I also wanted to pick up a second XL for that, but they're just so expensive anymore. I was so hesitant to do it because it's like the one I played as a kid, and then I was watching a streamer. It was Yukina. He said that he sees it as a way to immortalize his childhood console. That he's gonna use it more because it has the capture card, and I think that convinced me. So I just need to send it off, back it up, and send it off. And that's why I haven't. Because like this is the one that I have all the virtual console or downloaded games, and I know that I can back that up and stuff, but it's just kind of the nostalgia of like this is the one I played as a kid. If I catch these Pokemon. Nope. Yep. Did not mean to do that. I think that's the second accidental catch. I think I caught a can't remember what I caught earlier. But I reset, so. Oh, threw a rock at it. Oh, I have all kinds of messed up now. There we go. I've been like perusing Facebook Marketplace trying to find a new 3DS XL. And I got really lucky with the DSi a couple weeks ago. I bought another copy of White 2 and this DSi XL for $150. It was and a copy of White. He gave me both games and the XL. So I basically bought White 2 and got a free DSi and a copy of Pokemon White. I was like, are you sure? Like, and he was like, yeah, just trying to get rid of them. Don't use him anymore, and could, I guess, tell that I was really excited for him. That was crazy deal that I was able to get. But it's just, I feel like those are so hard to find. Like I feel like that's my like crazy deal story. Like I feel like I got too lucky with that I'm just gonna have to pay for the 3DS. But how are the hunts going for you? How many encounters and stuff have you gotten so far? Yeah, I've found it way too hard to multitask this. I got a late start today too, but plan to grind these encounters throughout the week. Especially this weekend. I think I got a good chance to get some streams in and then even just get some encounters in. Just chilling, watching some videos and watching some other people do hunts. I feel like it's got to be hard controlling 5 different Game Boys unless you have the like some kind of controller mod or something. I feel like you're playing the piano. Hard enough doing I have the 2 Game Boy games um through I'm actually emulating them because I only have one Game Boy operator. But I have the cartridges right here. And then I have just the DS over on the other side. And yeah, it hard enough doing this, let alone that many Game Boys. I think Wooper would be just a fun little shiny to get. Like it's Wooper or Tangela. I'm not as excited about Tangela if that were to be one of the DS ones that I were to get, but it's not the worst, I suppose. Just make it a Tangrowth. I actually don't know that many of the Great Marsh Pokemon. I feel like the ones that I know are like the binocular ones because they're ones I had to go out of my way for to get for like Pokédex reasons. Ruby would be fun. I think I really just want to. It'd be cool to see something, and there's no guarantee that I'm even able to. Having to, like, literally moving next week. Not sure if we'll what next weekend looks like. Hopefully I'm able to at least get some kind of setup while we're waiting on Wi-Fi or something. Just keep everything charged up and do some encounters. I don't think I have too much to do tomorrow, so I'm probably just gonna grind to get these encounters up, truthfully. I'm scared of running away from a shiny. I've pretty much like come to terms with the fact that I'm probably gonna fail whatever I see, but I just don't want to be the reason I fail it by running from it. And I just gotta get a feeling I'm gonna get into a groove and I'm gonna reset before like it fully renders or something and the sparkle's not there. That's just biggest fear right now. Is for some reason resetting over it myself. Yes, my I have one that has a brighter screen in it. But I want to get an IPS screen and reshell. So just do a nice little Game Boy restoration project. I think I want to do one of the clear shells and just drop an IPS in it while I'm already taking it apart and everything. That's one of my upcoming projects. It's tough to see those. Like even with like good lighting, like you just gotta get the right angle and literally squint at them. Which that makes it like that's gotta be even more stressful, and or at least make it slower. Trying to make sure that you're not resetting over something or running from something. Yes, yeah, like just full everything. I probably need to get a couple DS batteries too. I have some that are like I got some off a friend who they were like the ones he grew up with, and they're like the original model DSs. So those things are getting a little old too. But I make sure to every time I open my like Game Boy and DS drawer to just take a look, make sure nothing's bulging. Batteries is a good call. Yeah, full on. It basically, aside from like the board, I guess it'd be a brand new console. Be kind of cool. Make it feel fresh. I do tend to play most of my Game Boy games on my Analog Pocket though. That's been really fun. I picked that up a couple years ago. It feels nice to just. I'm really scared. I'm just gonna knock out the games though. Then I don't feel like they go down in the back as much as it feels like they should. Oh yeah, that's having a brittle shell like that is. It feels so scary too. Like you just don't want to crunch it. Been doing like a lot of research and just trying to find like where to get the best reshell, just in terms of like quality of the reshell and just coolness too, truthfully. Yeah, and that I totally understand that, like having that like sentimental value toward them. My original Gray DS I got from a good friend, and I don't think I could ever resell or do anything to that. Um, just again for that reason. That's a cool Game Boy to have. Because like it has its own stories too. I feel like. And those are the two that I've been able to see so far. I really like how some of the extreme rate ones look. And I think I used an extreme rate controller reshell one time and was really happy with the quality of it. I feel like when I'm like looking up stuff, I feel like I look at a couple of the bad reviews and like, oh my goodness, this is how all of them are. But realize that like, hey, this is like probably only just a couple people who have experienced this when there's been so many who have gotten them. Because like all the people who got really good ones might just leave like, oh, it's good, it works, kind of review, and not leave like the paragraphs of review that like some of the like bad reviews would have. When I was a kid, um, yeah, I also very want a micro, only just to have it in my pocket, honestly, and can just like play it anywhere. That just feels so fun, and just like I don't know, I never had one. Was really intrigued by them as a kid when I found out that they existed. I just was never able to get my hands on one, and that's another one that's can be pretty expensive to pick up, but I feel like it'd just be so cool to have. And just to really just to have. I feel like the thing that I've started collecting are I have most of the Pokemon games, and then some like old consoles and stuff too. Not even like special edition ones, um, but just like I can plop my game in whatever I'm feeling that day, can play it. I think my goal would be to get one of every Game Boy and DS. Oh, that would be really cool. Yeah, that'd be really fun to play around with. I also want to get for no reason at all a GameCube with the Game Boy player. Like to just be a fun little way to play games sometimes. I just kind of like, again, just randomly throwing like a game in whatever console. Like I've really enjoyed playing on the DSi XL. It's one of my favorite consoles to just hold. Actually, getting ready to start a Pokemon Ranger playthrough. I recently picked up the game, and it was either hadn't claimed the Manaphy or someone at some point reset the cartridge. Um, but I should be able to get the Manaphy egg from it. Um, don't think I'm gonna shiny hunt that Manaphy, or do any of that. But it will be cool just to have that Ranger Manaphy. Yes, and I love that you can just change out the plates on those 3DSs. Those ones are really hard to find. I've struggled to even find like good listings for those when going through. And they'd be cool to pick up some of like the plates for it. But when I got the XL, I just was like, oh, bigger screen. Like I don't regret my decision at all. But yeah, it'd be cool to like to go back and to have one of those. And I'm not even opposed to getting like a Japanese version of one of those 3DSs, in region swapping. Like they have some really cool colorways and stuff. Another reset. 300, nice. I'd like to, over the course of the week at least, I want to say double odds encounters. If I can really grind it out and do some offline stuff, I know that I can get there. There's plenty of days to do it. I think that gives me a good chance to see something. I might switch up. As much as I want Tauros, I think it would be cool to switch up and maybe try to go for something like Pinsir at some point. That's so hard for my brain to comprehend that. Go right here. I almost just soft reset that game after resetting it back up. I've been doing Mewtwo hunts for the Fire Red copy. I have a living dex there, and I'm gonna cap it with a shiny Mewtwo. I'm only like a couple thousand encounters into that one, but I think that's a cool way to cap off a Gen 3 or a Kanto living dex in Gen 3. I'd like to eventually stretch that to a living dex. I just need to get Coliseum. I think these living dexes will be more just for me to have on the cartridge. I think that would be fun. Than trying to like transfer them all up. That's awesome. I want to do a master dex in Pokemon Home, and I have all the virtual console games. So I'm actually so many side projects that I'm doing with Pokemon games, but I'm working on just trying to get all those up. That yeah, I've never done a glitch like that for Mew. It's not even close, but the only kind of glitch or exploit that I've really done in a Pokemon game is just losing to the Nugget Bridge guy in both of these Fire Red and Leaf Green copies, just for hours, just losing to him to get a bunch of nuggets for essentially unlimited money. I want to try out one of the Mew glitches, because it'd be cool to have that like legit Mew from those games. I'm also excited to play Crystal. Just play it all the way through. And then the cell will be at the end of that on the virtual console games. Yep, I'm soft resetting not because I need the money. I just feel like I can very easily burn through a lot of it, and I want to get some of the can't think of them. Game Corner Pokemon on Leaf Green. So I need to keep the money for that. Like I'm not even kidding. It was legitimate hours on these games just with a level 2 Pidgey, I think that I caught an extra of, just losing over and over to that Rocket Grunt. And then a lot of Versus Seeker leveling up over on the Sevi Islands. Just ended up giving a lot of money to after I went and got the amulet coin once they were high enough level just to not. I never got a lucky egg because that's just atrocious. So just throwing the amulet coin on them, that helped get a lot of money too, while also leveling up Pokemon to evolve. Like on all the switch trains, or even if they're the ones I'm switching out, to give them the coin. I tend to, I think it's the karate people on one island. You can get 3 of them in the Versus Seeker. They give pretty good experience after the last rematch, and pretty decent money too. Here in a couple minutes, I'm going to run a few minutes of ads, probably a minute and a half, just to disable pre-roll. I don't think I'm gonna stream for too terribly long. I don't want to do the full 3 minutes just to end stream in 30 minutes after that. But that way I can disable pre-roll for anyone that hops in. I almost like Safari Zone hunting because you don't have to like go through throwing your Pokemon out every time, and you can actually run from stuff. And just it runs. That's kind of nice. And it's cool to know that like there's so many other people also just trudging through the Safari Zones at the same time. Like I really love the community events like this, and I'm so glad that I found that it was a thing, so I can, I don't know, be a part of it. Is pretty cool. Okay, I am quickly going to run these ads to disable pre-roll, and everything will be right back. I'm excited for just the rest of the week, and then just to see kind of what everyone else is getting, how far over people go, or like how quick people can get some shinies. I think those will be cool stories. I've actually seen quite a few Tauros, so I feel at least pretty good about that. I've seen a handful of Kangaskhan now. That's been, I guess, promising, I guess is the word to say. But who knows, considering just a big old dice roll to see what's really going on. But I don't know. I think it's just the first day of my very first Safari week, and it's already been fun just kind of doing this. And there's been a couple random people kind of pop into who are just like, hey, good luck. I need to make sure to hop into other people's streams and stuff too. I think last year I just I can't remember what I was doing I was moving again. But I was in the middle of switching jobs too. So I wasn't able to like really set anything up to be able to do it. That wasn't just like a single hunt Great Marsh on the Switch. And that didn't sound too great to me. So now that I have these copies of the Gen 3 game set up, feels pretty good. And then next year, like knowing they'll have the Hoenn stuff set up too. Hopefully. At least on one of them. Depends on how much I really play that Professor Oak. Luckily, there's first section's one of the biggest sections of that challenge. And I want to say approaching halfway of completing pre-batch 1 and that Professor Oak. And I have quite a few rare candies for some of the other stuff. Yeah, that's like, I just want to see one shiny this Safari week. So that like coming back next year, I got a cool like redemption story and can really focus on trying to get that if I fail. But even not just to like, if I were to get it, like to get the one shiny in the first Safari week would be really cool. I'm awful at hitting this encounter button. I actually haven't been huge into shiny hunting really almost ever until recently. I really wanted to start trying just to try to get some cool stuff. I've always been more of a complete the Pokédex and like battle, whether it be friends or online kind of person. So I never like really got into the shiny hunting side of Pokemon until about this year. So that was really cool to be a part of, and just to start to feel that like shiny hunting community has been really cool. I also started off like my online and streaming presence as a Call of Duty player slash commentator. So it's been a nice change of pace diving back into Pokemon that I enjoyed playing so much as a kid. Like it's been a minute since my birthday, but I did a Destiny Mark hunt for Bellibolt in Violet because Bellibolt was my favorite Pokemon. So I was able to get some footage and stuff of that, and have been working on editing the video, kind of after work stuff. So it's been cool to just like do this thing, like not like shiny, and get a cool little yellow bouncy guy, and then but to also get that mark to show that it was on my birthday was pretty cool. And like I think you can like change your birthday or change the clock and it still work. I think I was able to get it in a single sandwich on my actual birthday, so it was pretty cool. Even able to get a couple other shinies too. That was cool. Like in one sandwich, able to get a couple shinies was pretty lucky. So it makes for decent video. Really had to work on scripting. I used to love writing. I feel like I've really struggled with scripts. So just trying to write more and be confident in speaking them after I write them has been my biggest thing. I haven't seen many neat arenas. Come on, Tauros. You know you really want to be green. Need to replace some Game Boy game batteries. I have a copy of Gold that I've had ever since. It was I didn't start playing. I think my very first encounter with a Pokemon game was my cousin's copy of Pokemon Yellow. He'd let me play on it. But I grew up just around and loving Pokemon. So like to the point where like my mom taught me my colors with Pokemon kind of thing. So the first game I really played was and old enough to play was Fire Red. To me learn how to read and stuff. But having this copy of Gold, I think I got it when I was like 10, 11 years old. I think it was like a yard sale. Big like uh, yard sales weekend around where I'm from. And I was able to get that copy of Gold, and I've never fully played through it on the cartridge because when I got it, the save battery was dead for years. So it's something that I want to replace that battery and go back and do. And then I need to replace a dry battery in my Ruby. Not throwing another ball. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like that might do it for me at that soft reset right there. I think it wasn't too bad. Was able to. Well, let me get one more encounter so I can. We'll do it on the DS. I can really hit that button. Make it even. Yeah. I think that's a decent chunk to do, especially on stream and getting everything set up. Nice little couple hours. Not too bad. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I thought about going to. Well, I guess I should do at least 3 more encounters to get to 630. Let's do a couple of them on. Do the Game Boy encounters. Yeah, I got 3 more encounters on this Game Boy, and we're gonna call it. Yeah, Jimmy, you too, man. Good luck. Good luck with all your hunts. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out, and thanks, Kitten. It was good hanging out and stuff too. Yeah, plan to be streaming at least a good portion of the week, and really get some of this stuff done. So appreciate you guys for hanging out. Just gonna wrap these up so I can call it the 630. And on a nice even number since we were so close to one. Anything? No. Okay. Well, I think that'll do it for me tonight. Did nowhere close to expecting a shiny, but just got some good encounters in, got into the groove of figuring out how to navigate 3 games at the same time. But it was a good stream, and thank you to everyone for hanging out. And hope you all have a good night and a good Safari week.